All you need is your foam roller this morning. Long one is easier. We are going to lie on it. And then if you want a set of hand weights of some sort or yoga balls or something to kind of play with, shoulders down and away. And we'll just start with that kind of connection to the floor. So just rock it back and forth. Think from pubic bone, belly button to rib cage. A gentle zipper, right? Inhale, exhale as you go. It doesn't have to be a death grip. It's just that awareness. Finding neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and just rocking it back and forth. Inhale, exhale. Take a little bit more awareness into the calves on these rocks. We're going to come back to some actual calf rises or raises, whichever way that works. But just take a bit more awareness. Big toe, second toe, third toe, right? So as you're coming up, try not to sickle out on the ankle. Try and come strong onto that foot. Pulse it up there for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Just spin the toes out, knees, hips, ankles. Rock it back and forth. Inhale, exhale. And then let's pop that up there. Let's press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock it back and internally rotate. This doesn't have to be large, just a small amount of turning. Notice as you do that, you start to roll towards the baby toe. See if you can find that big toe, which means you'll probably not be able to lift as high. And then rock it back and forth, just finding that sensation. And then let's pulse it. So knees are probably bent here too. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spiral back. We're going to come back to that. Let's just do our first roll down. So starting from neutral, peel it down, press those hips out, soften the elbows. Give me a rocking back and forth with everything bent to start with, right? Just so that if you're tight in the hammies, if you straighten the legs, your back is going to round. If you bend the knees, you're going to untuck the tailbone, soften the elbows, and sink into the shoulders here. Inhale, exhale as you rock. As it opens up, if you've got the flexibility without jamming your back into rounded position, you can straighten out those legs a little bit. Still feels good. I can dive a little deeper, maybe straighten out the arms. The minute you feel too much tension into the shoulders, bend those elbows for me. And then bend the knees, drop the hips, come all the way up. And then just rotate that roller from left to right. I'm not really in an extension right now. I'm just in neutral and I'm just wiggling from left to right. Get some spinal movement happening here. Bring it back to the center. Peel it down. Test the waters on the legs. So let's drop it down. Go as deep as you feel you can go. If you can get right down there, all the way into deep knee, hip, back flexion, spin it around. My head is also dropped looking to the floor, so that is also in flexion. And I'm just wiggling. Maybe I can get my heels down, maybe I can't. Not a big deal. And then from here in a slight lateral, press out, push the tush away, drop into those shoulders, spiral the feet, knees, hips, ankles back into parallel if you were in turnout, and roll it up. This time lift the heart a little bit on that extension, and now wiggle. So I've got the little bit of extension going now as I continue into my left, right. So I've got lateral flexion, I've got extension, and I've got some rotation going. It's actually a lot going on in the spine on this one. And then bring it back to center. Peel it down, not as far as you can think you can go. Widen the legs. Push the tush out so you're quite neutral and look from the left to the right. So if one shoulder drops as you do this, that's okay. That's adding some rotation. Now, if there's no tension in the neck, you can drop it a little deeper and continue to look from left to right. If you're okay, drop right underneath your armpits. If that starts to get huge tension in the shoulders, bring it up. And then let's go, yes, look to the pubic bone, look up towards your roller. When you look to the pubic bone, give me angry cat and roll up a little bit. And then when you look to your roller, dive open into a bit more cow. So I've lifted my chest here to get extension. And then I'm going to come down and round into cat. And then push through, lift with my back extensors and open. And one more time, changing those spinal positions. One last time, we're going to come all the way up in the lengthened position. Beautiful. From there, hinge down, lengthened. Keep the legs straight if your back's not miffy. Drop the tailbone, curl the spine to come up. Now, if your back is miffy, you need to bend those knees. So hinge forward, long spines. And then tuck your tailbone, flexion through the spine. One more time, we're going to stay down here. Add your poodle wag. So a little tight, stay higher. Feeling okay, come lower. Feeling jamming it all in the hips. Bend the knees and soften through the back line. Inhale, exhale, and then look to the hip as you pull it around the corner, getting a little bigger. We'll go sexy cat here. So look to your hip, round into angry cat, go through into the lateral, down into your cow. One more time. Nice and slow, wiggling around, and then switch it. Lateral flexion, round it up. Press through the center and cow. One more time. Use your breath as you go, you guys. Big ranges, big ranges. And then bend the knees, float it all the way up. Take your fingertips, hold them nice and gentle. Imagine the sides of your shoulders kind of have poles coming out of them, and roll them forward, upwards, down and back. Knees are slightly soft, and we're just standing nice and neutral. The roller might move forward and backwards on this. That's fine. And then when you're ready, go the other direction. Do this gentle enough that you don't feel like you're grinding the shoulders. We're just looking for scapular mobility. And then widen the legs, little bit of turnout, put that off the opposite side. Let's put whatever side feels good. Put it off the foot, bend, rotate. The idea here is full rotation. I'm going to pretend I'm grabbing something. Go as deep as you want, and then stand fully straight. Keep your elbow bent. Rotate open as deep as you can. Look to the back wall. Down and up. So the depth of your squat is up to you. Stand tall. There's a tendency to stay like this and rotate. Open your hips. Finish this in full stand tall, rotate open. Now stay in the rotate open, stretch that arm, spread out your fingers, pull your palm back, lift your heart, and then look to the roller and push the roller away. So you're opening, massive breath into your chest, and then soften to come out of that. Bring everything right in closer and start your laterals. Not too tight, move it to the side, still feeling good, move it out farther. Still okay, the hand comes to the head. Still working for you, you add your active reach. And then when that feels good, we start a little pelvis, right? So we push the pelvis out and we bring it in. I find a slight bend in the knee on the leg that I'm pushing out. Just feels a bit more comfortable. And then I'm going to look down to the roller if there's tension in my neck. Stay here, push it a little farther, and find some really big breaths into that chest. One more big breath. Take your arm, rotate it down, flexion, sweep all the way down and stand up. Let's go again. Rotate and sweep, reach, 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 sweep down and up. One more time, bend those knees to get down there. Sweep down and up, stay in the up, and just relax that arm off. Give it a shake. Big stance, wide on the other side. Pull the shoulder down, bend into those legs, and add that rotation. Go as deep as you want. Here, you guys. Stand fully tall, rotate open. Take the time on the rotate open here to really expand that chest. Use your breath as you go. One more, and then let's stay in the up here, guys. Reach that arm actively, spread out your fingers, pull your palm back. Look to the roller, push the roller open, and then lift your breastbone. Big breaths here, you guys. Think of spreading out your fingers and pull your palm back. You're going to get a little activation on that fascia line. And then slowly come out of that. Bring it in tight. Again, start tighter or farther out. If you feel good, start your full arm reach. I always start really careful just to kind of see how left and right is feeling comparison, because I find this particular lateral and rotational movements, I'll feel a big difference between left and right through the back line. So just kind of be careful with it as you go. Start the sway of the hip. Look down to the roller if it feels good. And then stay here. Actively reach. Breathe as big as you can into the rib cage. Tilt your head down. Big breaths, you guys. Use the breath to open up all the little muscles between each rib cage. Come out of it a little. Fold down. Sweep deep. And stand tall. Fold forward. Come down. Sweep deep. And come tall. One last time. Forward, down, and sweep. All the way up. And release it off. Let's get into our squat, you guys. So press that leg, roller in front, shoulder width, right? a little turnout, maybe not a big one, but don't let the knees collapse, right? A little pressure there. So press, I go about the width of my mat. Make sure left and right are equally forward or backwards, and that the turnout is fairly symmetrical between left and right, and that's neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Tendency here is to go down and drop the head and lose the back extensors. Lift up the chest so the back muscles have to turn on to assist. If the head drops too deep, you'll lose that, right? Press and up. As for the knees going forward or backwards, as long as you're comfortable, we're all good. Find the foundation of big toe, baby toe, and heel nice and strong. And then go ahead, stay down here and pulse it. Little baby pulses. Try and get a little more weight shifted towards the back so that you feel your glute turn on. Soften the elbows and then stay here, lift those heels and lower them. So finding a little bit of ankle stabilization now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So if you know you're hypermobile, being way down here is not going to be beneficial. You want to be up a bit so you're in those glutes. Depth is not necessarily better. Now go ahead and leave those heels lifted. Move the knees and the hips. Pulse, pulse, control. 5, 4, 3, nice. 2, pull the roller in towards you. Stand tall. Lower the heels, go single. Squat. Lift the heels. Grow. Reverse it. Rise up. Tall squat. Down. Lower the heels. Push that out. Push the tush out. Dive into those legs. Do what you kind of need to do here. Whatever didn't get opened. I'm heel toeing all the way back into parallel. I'm going to soften the knees and slowly bring that up. Grab that roller into your hands. Get it behind the head. Now, if that behind the head throws your head forward and it's too aggressive, it needs to be in front of your chest. From there, I'm going to reach the hands up. So again, if I'm tight in the pecs, I can't get here. Maybe a stick would work better, or have your hands in front. Find your feet in parallel sits, and let's just add a little bit of a rotation. Tough place for a rotation, you guys. Watch you're not dropping your head, right? Nice and tall. Rotate around. So if I push into the hand that's kind of in the front of the body now, if I push into that wrist, it'll force a little more rotation. It's also going to open up that pec of the other arm. Bring it back to center. It's nasty. Sorry, I'm laughing at Trev because he's like, oh, I hear all this. Oh. And then rotate. Oh, that's a nasty side. Notice you run away by leaning forward. Stand tall, push into the front hand, and the back hand will open more, forcing that chest to get stretched. Back to center. It's ugly. Rotate. If you're tight in the shoulders, you might need to do this here. This is good. This is good, right? You won't throw your shoulders so far open. Rotate. Doesn't have to be behind the head. Bring it back and bring that all the way down. Roller right in front. Nice big plie. Don't go massive, because when we lift the heels, if we're too far out, it's just awkward, right? So not too far out. And let's just plie. So right now when I go up and down, my knees are going over top of my toes. Not a big deal. They go over your toes when you walk down a hill or stairs. Inhale, exhale. Try to do a little less of a squat this time and come down more through the center. If the knees don't invite that, push the bum out a bit. Hold down here, and let's get those active calf raise again. So calves, we tend to forget to work sometimes. They just seem like kind of an unnecessary. The problem is every time you take a step, you push off your calf. You push off the foot, you push off the calf. So if the calf is not strong and active, we don't push off well. So that little push is key. If you don't need the roller for balance, you've got at least, it could come up. Always bring it up. I just keep it for supporting my hips a bit, but you don't need to. Go ahead and stay with the heels lifted. Pulse very small through the hips. Yes, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to press to tall and then lower it down. We're going to plie, heel, press to tall and lower it down. Sorry, I'm getting dirty looks from my husband. Pull it tall. One more time. Evidently not liking the plies this morning. Switch it, or he copied me with the woo. Bring it down. Hold it here, alternate one then the other. It's a little bit of unilateral. So my heels stay lifted, and then I flirt and lift, flirt and lift. 5. Oh, Lisa, nice. 4. Super hard option. Oh, 3. Thanks for the motivation, Lisa. 2. Look how crooked I am. Oh, and last one. Hold up there. 5. 4. That's a nasty. 3. 2. Bring that down. Well, that was a really crooked set of shoulders on my part. Lower the heels, turn the toes, shake that out a little bit, and then maybe give a few little cat-cows there. Take that roller, place it towards the very front. Just off to the side, but to the front. Start at the back of your mat. And let's roll a bit. Reach the arms, come around the corner. Once you're down here, squat. If you need to widen out the legs or lift the heels, go ahead. Hands down in 4, 3, into cat-cow position, 2 and 1. Uncurl the toes, paddle them out, and then find your hands nice and strong. Now, if you have a hard time on the wrist, go on an ottoman. Knees, put a little block underneath, and let's go sternum drops. So neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Tendency here will be hands too far forward and leaning forward in the hips. It's a 4-point. It's tight or tucked. There's no tuck here. It's nice and neutral. Lower through the sternum bone, press away. Let's go 4, 3, 2. Now stay in the pressed away nice and strong. Lean forward, curl the toes, sink back, stretch those toes out. Now, if you have a set of weights now, put them to either side of about where your hands were placed. If you don't worry about it. It makes no difference. And then come forward off the toes. Keep the toes curled. Take a nice strong inhale. Lift an inch into your short plank 1. Hang out there. Shoulders drawn down. Push away from the floor. Your shins are parallel to the floor. Tendency is want to lift, right? So keep it low. If this is difficult on the knee joint, out here is actually a little more forgiving, believe it or not, or here with just a slight lift. Go 4, 3. We're going to go into down dog in 2. Lift and down dog. If it feels better to child's pose, please go ahead. And now I'm going to sway my pelvis from left to right. My one heel might lift off. I'm getting a poodle leg here. Bend the knees if you need to. And now push those heels down and deepen into your chest. So I'm dropping my head below my hands or equal to. When they're out here, there's a little more power into the calf. When you're down here, you're going to feel a little bit more in the chest. Rise up on the balls of the feet, bring it all the way down, uncurl, and just lean back, and let's just kind of pay attention to those wrists here. So I'm going to turn my palm upside down. Maybe I don't have long arms. Maybe I have to do that up here. I have gorilla arms, so I can get them down here quite nicely. If that's difficult, they're up here. Stretch them out, and then I'm going to turn them so my fingertips are facing in, and I'm going to push away. Now that's tight. You're going to go down here. If it's not bad, you're going to place it up on your leg somewhere, and that arm for me is tighter. So I'm going to go one, then the other, and that's a huge stretch. Kind of playing around with that forearm position on the floor, on your quad, wherever you feel you can do it. And then knuckle, and just kind of give a little walk on those knuckles if that will invite, because we're going to bring those weights in as an option. So you just need one weight. So let's do it this way. This hand is nice and strong. This hand is holding the weight, right? I'm going to curl the toes, pull my shoulders into my back pockets, go into the short plank. Again, not a happy camper in short plank. You can go out here. Short plank is a little harder. I'm going to row the arm, bring it down. Row the arm, bring it down. Now working for me, I'm going to row the arm and twist. Reach to the sky. Bring the arm all the way back as far as I can, and then de-rotate. So rotate the knees, pull up the weight, reach to the sky. Bring that all the way down and de-rotate. So we're getting a good twist here, you guys. Twist the lower half, pull up and reach. Bring that all the way down, then de-rotate. One more time on this side. Rotate, pull and reach. Bring it all the way down. You can be on your elbow on an ottoman. Bring it back. Release that out. Open the hips here. Let's go ahead and push back a little bit and open the hips forward. Now, if it feels good, you can put a bit more pressure into the lower back, kind of right where your PSIS would be. Those little dimples that we get in the back, you're going to push that forward very gently just to reset that spine slightly from that forward flexion. And then find yourself strong. Let's hinge forward again. Grab your other weight or just the hand pulling. 4-point stance, push away, curl the toes, lift an inch, rotate the knees first. So I actually almost lift up my toes to rotate, get my booty going down, push away with that arm with strength, and then up I go. And then de-rotate, bring your hips back. Rotate the knees and the hips, send the arm to the sky, bring it down, reach, de-rotate. We got 2 more. Rotate the hips, press it away. Bring it down, de-rotate. One last one, guys. Hips and arm. Bring thoracic and cervical back. Bring the legs back. Release. Move that out of the way and come up again. So we're going to use our roller here for a little cat-cow into thigh stretch. Weights will get in your way, so pull them back towards your legs. Rollers right in front. Reach the arms. Puppy. Come around the corner, find your hands on your roller, start to push it out. From here, instead of being on my fingers, I'm going to go a little bit more to ring finger, baby finger, and press it out. And then I'm going to drop down. I'm going to spend some time here. As you roll out towards the elbow joint, don't lift the shins, anchor it, and then round the spine to come home. So just kind of going into that cat-cow. If you have tight forearms, as you roll through here, you're going to get the forearm. You're going to get that nasty forearm a little bit. And then bring it all the way in. Find yourself in a small lateral rotation. Pick up that roller. Find this in neutral or slightly supported if you know you get sore in the back. So tucking the tailbone is an option. I'm going to lie back in my thighs. Lie back in my thighs. And then bring my thighs forward. So right now I'm quite neutral. It's pelvis and spine. If I feel I need more support, I'm going to give a small tuck, which is going to pull a little deeper into the hip flexor, holding a little more consistency in the abs. Now lie back to where it feels good. If it feels good, just place your hands on your roller, pull your shoulders open, and lift your heart here. So I can counterbalance by holding that very close to my pubic bone, basically. Bring your heart back, bring your quad back. Happening for you, up comes the roller, right? I'm going to lean back. Not happening, keep the roller there. Lift the heart, still okay. Reach the arms, nasty heavy, careful here. Bring the head and the arms back, bring the spine back, lower the roller. Roller comes up as high as you feel controlled. Lie back with your thigh. Lift with your heart, thoracic, cervical, big breath. Bring the heart, cervical, thoracic back. Pull your thighs back, bring that all the way down. And let's do that cat-cow. Press it out. Little recovery down here. Rock it back and forth, guys. And then slowly bring it all the way up to home. Push that roller to the very front. Hands what feels way too far forward. Back your knees up. Pull forward. Down you come. Small lateral rotation or parallel. And I just want you to push up into a floppy. Relax your booty. Relax your lower back. My head can dangle. I'm just trying to find a release position. Now, this might be too high in your back. You might go here and find your butt's clenching and you're drawing your abs in strong. You want to go to where you don't feel connection, so you actually feel the spinal movement. If it feels okay to push right into your hands, make sure you have a lateral on the legs going. Go right ahead and you'll feel more stretch. Now, I just went into a butt squeeze. No butt squeeze on this. This is about the spinal movement just to start with, just to open it. Lengthen it up. Maybe a little no, left and right. Maybe a little yes. And then gently bring that down. And then from here, use your hands in push-up position. Bring your feet back into parallel sets. Find either neutral or supported spine and push straight out. Now, if this is difficult in the longer position here, I'm going to bring my knees in closer. Otherwise, I'm going down for 3 and a push-up. Down, 2, 3, push away. If you're feeling good, curl your toes, straight legs. 1, 2, 3, go off the knees into the toes. 1, 2, 3, push away. You might have to widen your handstands here. 1, 2, 3, exhale away. 2 more, down, down, down. Inhale, 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 exhale. You've got 1 more, getting into that pec line and those triceps. Push away. If your knees are down, bring them up. Find your down dog and let's pedal. Inhale, exhale, you guys. Pedal out those toes. Walk the feet into the hands. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Bring it all the way in. Let your head dangle looking through your legs. And then roll that up. Roll those shoulders. You're at the front of your mat. Nice big lateral rotation into the corners. Sink down. Grab your roller. My elbows are on my knees. Now, if I don't like this, I'm just going to sit down. Otherwise, we're going to sit and bring it up into tall. Yes, lovely. So take that roller between the legs, underneath the knees and the legs. And I just want you to kind of grab it with your calf line quad. You're going to underhand grip to hold it as well. Right, so I've gone underhand grip. My legs are apart. I could bring my heels together, my toes apart if I wanted to. I don't have to. They could just be there. Listen to what your hips feel. And then we're going to do a little sacral rock. So I'm going to scoop, roll back, and then lift my legs. Find that connection. Shoulders are grabbing underneath, so our shoulders stay away from our ears. And then we're going to sit up somewhat tall. Exhale, scoop, form a C. Don't lose your chin. Lift those feet. Notice if you twist it, is the roller straight? Picky, be picky. And then bring it back, sit tall. So those are hard things for me to see. So when you do this, take a look at your knees. They're an equal turnout from the hip. One knee is not higher than the other. One leg isn't pulled in deeper than the other, and we're not crooked. And then bring it out. Now we're going to roll like a ball. Make sure there's nothing you're going to hit behind you. Scoop. You can push into your hands a bit, but the initiation is the deepening of the rib-hip connection. So deepen it, tailbone to sky, and then freeze, which I didn't, I hit down. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. 2 more. Exhale, inhale. 1 more time for me, you guys. Exhale. Stay in the inhale, stay lifted. And then gently let that down. I went beautifully crooked on that today. Bring that roller all the way to the other side. And let's get our sits bones just off the back end. So grab your sit bone or your nice insulation. Push it off the back end. Find your heels into the corner of your mat. Tough on the knees, bend them a little bit. And let's go into our spine twist. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. Rotate a bit more, look to the backhand. So my arms aren't jammed straight. I'm nice and soft. Exhale, center. Shoulders down. Inhale, rotate. Watch one leg doesn't get shorter than the other. That's movement through the pelvis. What I'm trying to achieve is movement through thoracic, lumbar, and cervical. Again, inhale, rotate. I do it in stages of 3. Rotate. Inhale, rotate, look to the backhand. Exhale, center. Everything's cracking and popping on me today. Inhale, rotate. Sit tall. Inhale, rotate. Notice as you go farther, you kind of lean back, stay tall. 1 more time, look to the backhand. Exhale, center, spine stretch forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, head and hands drop down. Lumbar vertical to the earth. Inhale, hands lift, go a little deeper. Inhale, arms lift, go a little deeper. This is about the spinal. Don't lean forward into the hamstrings. Stay in the spinal. 1 more lift. Now, having said that, lean forward into the hamstrings. Wiggle it left and right and let yourself fold down. Elbows are bent so the spine is rounding. Don't overstretch with the arms. And then peel as you bring that back up to tall. So from here, we're just going to get a little glute. We're just going to cross one leg into 4, pull it up, get a good cross there, and roll over onto that butt cheek that you just exposed. Give a little rollering here. We are going to get some glutes, just have a little opener to start with. Inhale, exhale. Now, if you know it's higher up, not high up, but more on the top of the pelvis that you've got tightness, this leg could drop. You could drop to your elbow and you could roll back and forth higher up on your hip. This gets you into TFL when I start to come forward into my hip strike a bit. Perfectly doable. You can come right across. So just find where you've got more treasures, where you've got a little more noise going on in your body. Inhale, exhale for me. And then bring it all the way back up. Get yourself tall, cross the leg. If this is a tight stretch, lean your hands back. If you're feeling okay, walk in tighter to the stretch. You're just going to have to listen to how that feels. So you might want to just start with the stretch initially. Once it feels good, roll over to the opened crossed leg and dig into little circles. That gets ugly fast if you're tight through piriformis or any of those lateral rotators. There's quite a few little lateral rotators. If you kind of get higher up into the higher part of the muscle attachments, that's closer to the top where they attach, push it down a little more to where your sit bone is, and then go into little circles. Woo! You get a lot of stuff going on there. Now, if you know you've got the attachment point that gets you a bit more, you're going to straighten that leg, come a little deeper, roll right over and right back, all the way over. So I find with the roller, I like to kind of combine openers with movers. Just get everything kind of going. If it's really tight, don't be shy about coming right over onto the front. So I've rotated all the way. I'm not on my hip flexor. I'm still on really close to where ASIS is. And then I'm going to keep my bum down when I return. Move that roller a little bit more between my shoulder blades. And over you go. Let's get the extensions. I'm going to tuck my elbows in tight. I am going to let my head be super heavy in my hands. I'm going to peek back a little bit if my neck will invite. And it doesn't stop me from being able to breathe normally. Inhale, exhale here, guys. One more. And then we're just going to open a little bit so it's in line kind of with where my bottom of my rib cage is, or my xiphoid process if I looked at the front of my body. And I'm just going to roll right over onto the side tissue and then all the way back, all the way over, all the way back, freeing up a little bit of tightness, possibly in the lats, teres major, all the way down that line. Now, if you know you've got some noise going on, you can stay on that side and you can open up some treasures. This is almost like a T-band sensation-ish, but it's not a fascial line. You are on muscle groups here versus the IT band. I don't love rollering the IT band quite in this fashion. And so wherever you feel some little treasures, you can kind of hang out. So subscapularis kind of gets into the party here. If you're close to the armpit, but you could stick your thumb in the armpit and push it down and kind of compress that muscle between the roller and your thumb. Oh, no. Inhale, exhale a little bit for me, and then gently wiggle that out. Let's find our bodies straight again. You've got that straight opener here, and then from there you take it to the side. Take it over, bring it back. Left and right will be quite different. So we're just going kind of horizontal rollering here, and then we're going to hold and we're going to choo-choo into that lat line, subscap, getting into some attachment points. Oh, so if I feel more pressure rolling more towards my shoulder blade, I'll lean back on the roller. If it's more not through the armpit, but kind of along this line here, my lat line, I'll stay more right on the side there. And then if I've got any treasures, I'm going to hang out for a little bit and I'm just going to pump back and forth. Now you could use a ball for this, but on the floor, super aggressive. You might want to use a ball on a wall. And then just bring that down. And we're just going to start a little ab work. Now that we've opened the thoracic, you might be able to extend over more. Something's happening here with my chain. There we go. So I'm going to find that Kind of if I went through my xiphoid process, that's where the roller is. I'm going to bend the knees to start with, and here I'm going to be more connected as I crunch up. So if I don't want to go all the way down, I'll just go to here and then crunch. My head is heavy in my hands. My elbows are in peripheral vision. As we go back, don't flare your elbows open. You tighten up your rhomboid muscle, and that actually stops you from getting the extension over. Now, if this is feeling good, you're going to start to march one leg and then march the other. Watch you're not starting to twist your pelvis. Still feels good. You can straighten out the legs and then march with a bent knee. Still feeling good. You can come up with a straight leg. Inhale, exhale. Continue the full extension over if you want. If your back is like, nope, go to neutral. Just go over till you feel neutral. We're going to add a little oblique. Come up on an angle. So I'm going to reach. The knee could be bent and I'm reaching. But it's not just about the hand reaching. It's about lifting this shoulder and getting over there. And then down. And then switch. And down. So we're coming across now. That hand could reach by your knee. It could reach by your ankle. This is going to depend on your lever length and how far you can roll up. If the roller's bothering you, you could do this flat floor. Let's go 4 more. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you lengthen down. Last 3. Excuse me. And 2. And 1. And then lie it long. Pull that roller in. Stretch it over. Get your feet in tight. Lift your bum. And roll the whole back piece. Roll back and forth. Inhale, exhale. Support your neck here, you guys. So I'm coming up to close to C7. Not sure where that is. Put your finger on your neck. Feel that bony protrusion close to the neck that sticks out a lot. That's your C7. Don't roll on that. We're not meant to pressure it. And then coming down, I'm coming close to where the ribs end, but not quite. And then my booty's going down. Oh, lovely. Let's go into some toe taps. Bring that right around. Place it close into your bum. Make sure it's as straight as possible. If you want your hand weights, they're now close beside you or not. And from here, keeping it close, I'm just going to roll my spine down. And then from there, I'm going to lift my hips and put the hardest part of my sacrum on there. So it's not here at the tailbone where it's causing me to round. It's higher up so I can either keep neutral, a little more advanced, or slightly supported, a little bit more control through the core. So you choose that. Knee fold one leg, knee fold the other. Tendency will be to pull them in too deep and drop the tailbone. Keep it nice and strong. And just start your tabletop to toe tap. Now, if I flex the foot, my leg actually has to go a couple inches farther down. Rib, rib, hip, hip, don't change at all. So make sure you've got that going. If it feels good, you can grab the weights or not. Oh, I can't get the weights. And then the arms come up to the sky. So I'm going to hold them like hammers, and it's going to come down over my head. Watch the rib pop and come in. Working for me, you know you can go right to the leg extension. What happens with the leg, knee, hip extension is the other leg comes in closer to counterbalance. Keep the leg not moving right where it is. Still feels good. I could go fully straight leg. Longer lever is always harder. Down and up. Nice control through that core. Everything stabilizing. Beautiful. Go 2 more. And 1. We're going to go right into doubles. If that's not going to happen for you, take a break. Bend the knees. Arms are going to stay straight to start with to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up slow. 2, 3. Feels good. You can stretch the legs out. Remember, we're looking for no movement in our back. It's a stabilization exercise. It can be neutral spine, neutral pelvis, or it can be supported pelvis. My arms go over the head. Watch the rib pop and pull it in. If I'm feeling good, the legs can stay straight, and I can just do more so of a lower lift. Exhale 2. I like to vary my foot just because my calves and my feet can get a little bit cranky, and I get a little bit crampy in the foot. So I flex the foot going down, and I bring it in. Watch you're not yanking it up as you come in. Hip flexors have to work. People say, well, don't use your hip flexor. Seriously, this is hip flexor's job. But the abs are complementing the stabilization component of it, right? But you're going to get into hip flexors. This is what they do. They flex the leg to bring it up from the hip. Hold it in the up, bring the knees down, bring the weights down gently, but keep them somewhat close. Lift the hips, push that out, and then push it towards your feet. So now your feet are on. We're going bridge. If you're kind of have a tendency to cramp in the legs, you might want your feet flat floor. Weights are optional. I'm just going to hold them to start with, but I'm going to start hip roll instead of bridge. Headrest, get rid of it if you have it. Peel your spine and then look down your body. From here, don't over push and feel jam. If you get a sore back or you're very lordotic, quite a bit of curvature arch, you might want to drop a bit and go into supported. If you're okay, you can stay neutral here and then lower it down. Both are good. Both are good. You have to feel for where you feel the most control. Squeeze the butt cheeks as you come up and then peel as you go down. Now, if that's working for you, the arms are going to reach up and we're going to open the arms off to the side and then exhale, bring them back to the center. So instead of off the top of the headline now, they're going more like flies. One more time. Down you go. And then articulate up. Stay in the up. Now, the arms and the legs are going to copycat. We're going to keep neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And we're going to open and hinge. And then squeeze the inner thighs. Open like butterflies and close. You might need to move your legs farther apart, your feet farther apart on your roller to allow the internal rotation to occur in the hip. Miffy hips, you may not like that internal rotation. And that's okay. Go two more. We're bridging now, so we're hinging instead of articulating. One more. Keep those knees together. Reach the arms, a little more powerful. Arms reaching, but over the head. And pulse the bum. Squeeze, squeeze. Turn on those glutes. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the legs. Peel that down. Bring those weights in. Send those legs away. Take one leg up. Let's get a little stretch there. If you need a band, go ahead. Inhale, exhale for the hammy stretch. Let that leg go down. We're just giving them a little bit of recovery here because we are going to do our single leg work. Hair everywhere. And then those legs are coming down. So more aggressive, obviously, is going to be the feet on the roller. I'm kind of putting my arch on the roller, and I'm trying not to flare my toes. Otherwise, my tibialis anterior, my shin will get really pissed off. Bring that roller in quite close. Power up those hips. If your legs are wide, you will twist. Bring your feet into parallel sits bones. Hands on rib hip. Chin slightly tucked. And I'm going to knee fold one leg into tabletop. Bring it down. Knee fold the other. Make sure before you lift your leg up, you firmly find the position of your foot and take the time to turn on your ass cheek and your hamstrings before lifting the opposite leg. Working for you, arms can go to the sky. That's going to be harder because then I can't use my triceps or that harder part of the shoulder to stabilize myself. Don't overreach. Soften your elbows. Keep the sides of your shoulders on the floor. Now bring up one leg, doesn't matter to me which one. Lower the bum a little bit, find that butt and squeeze it up. Lower, squeeze. Harder, arms over the head. Lower, squeeze. Still harder, you could put the hand weights in your hands, right? Squeeze. Harder would be this leg reaching out farther away from my center of line or gravity. Squeeze. Let's go 4, 3, fast press up, but don't let it go into your back. 2, just that glute. And last one, hold it up there, squeezing as tight as you can. Watch the hips are not twisting, dropping, or hip hiking. 4, squeeze that butt. 3, 2, other foot down. Stay here, bring your arms to the sky or elbows down. And we're just gonna bring that leg up. We're gonna lower, squeeze. We're going right into it. Lower, squeeze. Feeling good? Up comes the arms. Down, squeeze. Still feeling good? Straighten the leg. Down, squeeze. Still okay? Reach the leg. This side is weaker for me, My range of motion is less. And I have to work way harder in keeping this hip up to not dump my hips towards the camera. I want to keep straight. Let's go 4. Squeeze way harder. 3, 2, 1. Now hold it up there. Squeeze that ass cheek for all it's worth. 5, 4. Reach that leg. 3. Challenge the weight. 2. 1 foot down, but down. Bring that roller in tight. Sacrum on, and then push it out slightly. So instead of being sacrum, it's a little bit farther out. Knee fold 1. You're going to go into a posterior tilt. So right here, when I brought the leg up bent, I let my body go into a posterior tilt. Now I'm going to straighten out that leg. If the back leg on the floor feels good, it can straighten out a little bit as well, and that'll go more into hip flexor stretch. If the roller's too high up, do this on the floor or with a small block or a small pillow. Inhale, exhale. Take the leg off to the side a little bit. Get that inner thigh stretch. My other leg might need to move out to the side to counterbalance. That's fair game. I'm pointing and flexing my foot to get more stretch in through that whole set of muscle groups. I'm going to bend the leg to bring it back in, but I'm not changing legs. Now, if the roller moved out a bit, bring it up a little bit higher again. If you can, you're going to straighten out your base leg. You don't have to. Opposite hand on the knee in the air. Over you go. Right here, we're going over some butt tissue. So right there, you might sort of go, oh my God. And then when you roll, we're on TFL in that full rotation. So you might feel the stretch in the back or your bottom leg where the roller is pushing against you. That might be where you're feeling more. For me, that's where I'm getting more. So, and I'm just going to go back and forth on that a little bit, getting a little bit of release. I'm holding on to the roller so my upper torso, my vision's on the sky, but my shoulder, my one shoulder is totally lifted. So is the shoulder blade. De-rotate slowly, square off your body because you're going to be crooked, and bring up your opposite knee. Grab it underneath, feeling good. This leg can straighten out if you want, and then the top leg can straighten out. If that's too aggressive on the hip flexor, the bottom leg bends in. If it feels good, you can straighten it out, but let it be heavy. Let it be heavy. The knee doesn't go to straight. It's relaxed. It's not like bicycle or scissor. Inhale, exhale, and then take that leg off to the side for inner thigh. You might need to bend it. You also might need to counterbalance with the other leg. If it feels good, you can bring that leg right up. So that's where Lisa went, I think. Yeah, she brought her leg right up and she's pushing onto both inner thighs. This is good too, right? If that leg here just feels too much pull, bring her on up. Inhale, exhale. If you move your pelvis ever so slightly, you will change the sensation of the stretch. Not wrong. Just feel where you need it. Bring it back in. I'm going to bend that top leg in, stretch out my bottom leg if it's not too much, and then over I go. And now feel the back stretch, or if the bottom hip is tighter, you're going to feel the bottom leg. They're both right. Things will go upstream or downstream of the intention of what someone says, oh, you should feel it here. But if that's not where you're tighter, that may not be where you feel it. Doesn't make it wrong. As long as you don't feel a tingly sensation or impingement or any pain, it's just going somewhere a little less, a little different, because your body might have something different going on. Unfold that. Bring both feet to the floor. Push the roller out. You're going to keep your fingers on the roller and you're just going to roll a little higher to bring it all the way out. We're going to go right into a little bit of extension work. So come right over onto your bellies, you guys. The roller's just going to be in front. Find a lateral rotation. So I'm taking the time to find my big toe reaching actively to the corner of one side of the mat and then the other leg. And then I'm just going to wiggle. Hands into the floor and then forehead into the hands and just wiggle off that tailbone. Roll it side to side. Open things up a little bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my microphone off. I'm not eating it. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to go into a little bit of a deeper swan, you guys. So slide your hands in. We're going to start with half swan, which means only your ribs are going to come up. Elbows are down. Push the marble with your nose. Slight connection in the abs. And just lift up a little. Now for you, this might be where you need to stay. We're going to put more pressure in ring finger, baby finger, and sneak our shoulders into our back pockets a little. Don't jam it. And then lift that heart. Nice big breath here. Bring it down. If you're like, yep, got that. You're going swan dive 1. You're going to push a little bit more into the hands. I'm pushing into ring finger, baby finger. My thumbs aren't even really on. I'm going to lift the heart. Instead of being floppy, I am drawing those abs in a little bit stronger this time. And then bring it down. Glider 2 if you're okay. Glider 1 if your back is tight. Look one direction. Opposite heel comes in. That's going to stretch out that one side of the hip a little more when you flex that knee. So if those hips are super tight, maybe not. And then one more time, or just not as big of a bend. Doesn't mean don't do it. Just tread carefully. Nice big breath. Head looks one way. Bring it down. Now working for you, we're going to add the roller to this. If you're tight in the shoulders, you're probably best to keep your hands here. Give it a go. See how it feels. I'm going to put my thumbs facing up quite wide on my roller, and then I'm going to reach that roller away so it's on my wrist. So I need to keep my wrists nice and strong. I'm going to start with a very gentle movement of a scapular pull down, down and up, and that's going to lift my heart a bit, and I'm going to follow that, and then let it go forward. Now, starting with the hands here is just waking up that wrist to stay strong and that shoulder movement. But if I want to come higher, I will need to start the roller mid forearm. So my head just fits underneath. Now I'm going to pull my shoulders into back pockets and lengthen. What happens is people turn their hands down and now they push up. Hands stay open, slip your shoulders down. It's spinal extension. And then bring it all the way through. So a gentle pull in the abs, don't death grip. Lengthen it up, big breath here. Hip flexors are opening, abs are opening, pecs are opening, back extensors are working, hamstrings and glutes are reaching. Lots going on. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you go down. Now, if you know dive and catch, you can use the roller quite nicely. If you'd rather do dive and catch with your hands on the floor, get rid of the roller. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to keep this extension. I don't drop my chest. I go forward and lift. Forward and lift. Let's go 3. Squeeze those glutes and reach them. 2. Lift. 1. Hold the lift. Beautiful, you guys. And lengthen as you come down. Don't collapse as you come down. Push into your child's pose or whatever feels good for you. And then open that up. So sometimes that roller makes that dive and catch a little bit more accessible. Unless you have some neck and shoulder issues. And then the arms here, arms over top of the head, always aggressive, right? For anyone with shoulder issues, hands here, super hard, right? Couple little breaths there, you guys. And then we're going to decompress that spine. We're just going to lie on it. So go ahead and put that roller nice and long. Hands on either side of it. Come up and give a little down dog paddle. Inhale, exhale. And again, weights are lovely on this, but it's not about the intensity of the weights. It's just to throw your body off balance. And then walk your hands to your feet. In 4, bend the knees if you need to. 3, all the way home on 2 and 1. Look through your legs. Take a nice flexion there. A little bit hard on the back. Bend those knees or get those elbows on those quads. And then slowly bring it to tall. Sometimes those rollers get a little bit crooked when we do exercises on them. So just kind of look down your roller. Make sure you got a nice straight roller. And then place your weights close to the start where your butt's going to be. And then walk down to the edge. So we're going to take a big booty squat. If you have issues with the spine, come down carefully. Otherwise, or I could put a towel on it, right? Reach the arms away, reach the legs out a bit. And I do have them a bit wider than sits. I'm going to scoop. Now, if I don't need the hands, I won't use them. If I need them, I'll use them. Whew, I came down very quickly there. And lie your spine long. Your head needs to be on the roller. Your weights should be by your hands. Bring your feet in parallel sits bones. Lift up your spine like a bridge and peel it back down so that when you settle, The roller's kind of splitting your butt cheeks, and it's on the sacrum there. It's not on your coccyx. If I was on my coccyx, I'd be like this in a big arch. It's on the sacrum. It's not on lumbar. So I've got a space in my lower back, right where my belly button is. My shoulder blades are not my blades. The spine of the shoulder blades is down, and then I have a space in the neck. I'm going to bring those weights up. I'm going to reach them. Feet stay in parallel sits bones. What we tend to do is widen out the legs. Try not to. And I'm going to open and close. Inhale, open and close. Beautiful. So we're just working some stabilization in neutral. Try and find your natural neutral. What is that? If I put my hands on my ASIS and my fingertips on my pubic bone, they would make a straight horizontal line parallel to the roller or the earth. If I put my hands on ASIS and a thought about where my PSIS is, they would be in a straight vertical line to the earth. Now, take your arms, keep them in the up position, and you're going to take them over your head only as far as you don't feel clenching in your shoulders, no rib pop, and then bring them all the way to the floor. Inhale as it comes up. Little chin nod, keeping your length of the neck there, right? So if we're looking straight to the sky and you feel as your arms go over your head a bit of compression, tuck your chin in a little bit, widen your arms. Maybe the weights don't touch over your head. One more time. See if both weights hit about the same time if you're touching the floor. Now, snow angels, palm to the sky. This is a tough one. Palm to the sky, up towards above the head, but not as high as you just did, and then bring them back narrow. Turn the palms to the sky, circle open. Make railway tracks, bring them home. One more time. Palms to the sky, railway tracks home. We're going to go up in reverse. Over, making railway tracks. Back of my hand is facing the floor, and then going to palm up as I circle. Back of the hand facing your vision. Palm stays up and circle. Leave your hands down beside your body. You can rest your elbows if you'd like. Find rib, hip, hip strong. Knee fold one leg and lower. Knee fold the other. Now we are going to bring both legs up. So if you feel stronger in a slightly supported pelvis, you'll bring the ribs slightly closer to the hips, closing the space in the small of your back. If you're feeling good, stay in the neutral. If you're okay, you're going to come to the tip of your elbow and reach your arms to the sky. Now, if you have short arms, that's not going to happen. And I'm just marching the legs. If this march feels challenging, you're going to reach the opposite arm with the leg, like dead bug, and bring it down. And then the opposite side. And bring it down. Now, if that's working for you and you feel nicely challenged, I need you to stay there. If it feels good, knee fold one leg, knee fold the other. This is where you might need a supported pelvis. And now I'm going to toe tap down and bring it up. Toe tap down and bring it up. Again, don't have to touch the floor. If it feels good, one leg, opposite arm reaches and it comes back down slowly here, guys. Exhale, inhale. If it feels good, you can extend the leg. If it still feels good, you can take that arm up and over your head a bit. Ooh, there she is. And bring it down. Go slow here, you guys. Let's go. 3 more. Rib, hip, don't change. We're staying connected. Exhale. 2 more. Really finding that strong core. And last one. Elbows down, feet down, weights to the side. Reach your arms actively to your legs. Inhale, cervical nod. Exhale, roll up. Find that little roll up. Free up your neck here, you guys. Nice strong inhale and roll it back down. A little more intensity. Exhale, roll up. Reach the arms to the sky. Don't lose your roll up. Roll down as you finish the circle around. So roll up as you reach. Inhale, bring the arms up. Don't roll down yet. Then roll down with the arms. Exhale, roll up, reaching towards your feet. Arms come up. Keep them. Keep your curvature. And now lengthen out of your curvature. 1 more time. Exhale, roll up. Reach the arms. Keep. and circle round. Reach one arm far to the side. Plonk yourself off your roller. Grab that roller, put it on the neckline, tuck your chin in, and find your occiput. Rock that back and forth. Your chin is tucked in, and you're just rolling the neck. If the legs feel better, just kind of go ahead and let them. Do you on the bottom half here, you guys? If it feels like you want a little hip stretch, you can go into a 4 stretch on one side while you're kind of releasing out your neck. I could take that 4 stretch. I quite love this. I've hit a 4 stretch, and now I'm rotating my head one way as my spine is going the other. And I'm going to go back and forth. I'm holding my roller with my hands. I'm trying to get my elbows flat, which means it's a pec stretch as well. Lots going on here, you guys. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to switch the cross of the leg. Put that leg down, cross the other. If you have to use your hands to get it in place, go ahead. And then start that back and forth. So my knees go one way, my head goes the other. I open my chest, and then it goes the other direction. Ooh. Inhale, exhale. If your weights are in the way, just push them out. Drives me crazy when something gets in the way of a movement. So what I'd love to be able to achieve is this knee coming all the way down in that rotation if I can. I can't, but if you can, by all means, go ahead. Back and forth. And then go ahead, grab behind one leg, grab behind the other. We're tabletop. Use those legs. Ooh, roll it up, spin it around, play with those feet a little bit. So we just kind of combine today a little bit of openers with workers. Those sometimes are a nice change in the class just to get some openers. Walk your feet in towards you, bend your knees as you need to. Let's find that supported or unsupported forward flexion. I'm going supported, my elbows are on my quad. If you feel good in ragdoll, go ahead and dangle. I am looking through my legs versus at the floor, so my neck is totally inverted. And then slowly peel that nastiness to top. Wiggle it, maybe push into the hips, go forward, maybe try a glide, see where that body is now moving. Glide basically is taking this set of your body, bending your knees, going Buddha belly, and just shifting it off. It's not lateral flexion, it's a glide of the pelvis, moving a little independent. You might feel all these muscles fight you on that. And that actually is spinal, believe it or not, even though it feels all hip. Nice big breath up. Exhale, hands down center. Hard.